All right, man. Detroit Pistons, excuse me, my face, beat up and beat down the Charlotte Hornets. I watched this game, and Charlotte was a team starting to find their rhythm, or are starting to find their rhythm and identities with Charles Lee. He was one of the guys a few years ago who interviewed with the Pistons to get the head coaching job that they gave to or forced upon Monty Williams. I thought he'd be a great coach, and I like how Charlotte have been very patient with him. And obviously, I think his number one thing is getting that team to be serious, and how to get that team to be serious is LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is such an unserious player. You know what I'm saying? When you watch him play, it's his whole game just screams unserious. You know what I'm saying? Just screams, I want to have fun, no structure, wild child, and shooting a three off one. He's just not a serious. He doesn't seem like a serious ball player. You know what I'm saying? Um, but nonetheless, they started to turn the leaf, and they had to bench him a little bit, and do some things a little bit to kind of damn, San Francisco D lineman White shot in the ankle in San Francisco. What's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with these players getting shot? As soon as the offseason started in the field, you see some of the craziest things you ever seen, bro. Hold on 1 minute, man. You see the craziest things you ever seen, man. When you got money, it's hard to stay in notoriety. It's hard to stay out of trouble, I guess. So yeah, man. Obviously, we talk about the fight, so y'all already know. Y'all better not fighting it. But let's get me out of here, right, real quick. So I mean, it was a good game. Jalen Duren got ejected. Big Stu got off the bench, got ejected. You might probably be looking at 5 games for Big Stu, if not into the double digits. He need to get, you really want him for the playoff run, so that might be nice for his legs and bad for his pocket. But then you look up here, I mean, Tobias, he made a big shot to ice the game. Duncan shot the blood out the ball yesterday as far as, inside the strike, inside the 3-point line, dunks. Duran was great when he was playing. He was on his way to probably 20 and 10. Cade Cunningham, I mean, killer down the stretch. 33 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 turnovers. I saw, he was out there, but Paul Reed was the MVP, came in when the 2 big fellas got suspended, made blocks, had a critical foul on Melo, which like he blocked it, but Melo fouled him on the review. And pretty much that was it. But I really want to talk. Well, let's get to Charlotte. Miles Bridges, he stood out for us. Guy got put out. He wasn't doing shit, no way. 1 for 6, 0 for 3, 0 for 3. Moses died to be he's from Michigan, and he got Kung Fu smushed in the face by Jalen Duren. You got Brandon Miller, who was huge last night, shot the ball, had a couple good shots down the stretch to keep him in it. Khan Kapal, they're saying that this is his team now over LaMelo Ball. He had 20 points, shot the ball well. LaMelo, he was solid, 20 points, got in foul trouble in the third quarter, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. I forgot Grant Williams was over here. Grant Williams be a good pickup for the Pistons. But yeah, Karis LeVert, man, it's just been an epic disappointment. He's been a disappointment of epic proportions. I know he was just dealing with vertigo. They were saying, the knee injury, just think about it for a minute. I was going to do a video about this. Had they gotten to kill Alexander Walker and he had came to Detroit over Atlanta, I think he would have played the way he played. And there's no guarantee he would have played that way in Detroit. I feel like he would have. And you would have got him. Oh, my goodness, bro. The Pistons probably be, championship favorites, man, when they kill Alexander Walker. So, right now, Karis LeVert is just a shell of himself. He hasn't been able to find his rhythm. And you hope after the All-Star break he could find his rhythm. I remember last year, a lot, like Hardaway and Tobias really picked it up right around the All-Star break. So hopefully for him, he can start to really pick it up around the All-Star break. That's what we hoping, that he really can start. He really can start to really pick his activity up around the All-Star break. So that's what you hoping for, that he can find some rhythm going into the playoffs, and all will be forgiven, in my humble opinion. But then you did have the fight, and everybody wants to talk about The fight that was, it really wasn't much to talk about, man. You know, Moses the Beat. Shout out to him for getting on the floor. Coming from Michigan, a lot of people thought he left, prematurely. And he got smut. He was talking shit, and you don't walk into another man's face. You don't walk into another man's face and don't be prepared to fight. Don't be prepared not to get hit. Anytime you get into a man's face or a man get in your vicinity, be prepared to strike. That's what I can tell you. Be prepared to strike. So this is the aftermath of Miles Bridges stepping up after the Beat got smushed. Stu jumped off the bench, and Miles Bridges didn't want none of that Stu work. Miles Bridges didn't want none of that Stu work. He ain't want none of that. I don't blame him. He ain't want none of that. But Miles Bridges was standing up for his teammate. Miles Bridges this is what you're supposed to do, stand up for your teammate. Was Jalen Duren wrong? Yeah. But also Moses the Beat, I don't know what he said to him, and we try to find that. So he swung. JB and them get bit, and then Bridges got off the bench, and Garrett didn't want none. Bridges didn't want none. Look how Bridges just tried to sweep him. He wasn't trying to throw no hands. It went from watch this. It went from swinging on Duren. He didn't want none of that Duren work neither. He didn't want none. It went from swinging on Duren. Then Stu got out there. Like, what up? Watch. He go right for the legs. He try to scoop Stu. Hey, when a motherfucker go to wrestling, ain't trying to exchange no hands. When the dude dip his head and try to scoop somebody, that's usually the number one sign. Either he a wrestler or he can't fight. I'm telling you, if you dealing with a wrestler and he scoop you, it's over with. It's over with. You better. It's over with. But Stu probably looking at a 5-ball, maybe even a 10-ball. You know what I'm saying? Bridges, he already got a history, with the situation. But he from the mid, you know what I'm saying? He from Flint. So I fuck with Bridges, regardless. So, but he smushed old buddy face. It is what it is, man. But I couldn't find that on the cell phone. But it is what it is, man. But that's who the Detroit Pistons are. When the Pistons are good, we are an aggressive group of guys. So I loved it, bro. Bring back physicality in the NBA. Make it a men's league. It used to be the acronym for the NBA used to be no boys allowed. Yeah, that's what it used to stand for, no boys allowed. But it ain't nothing but boys in there now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out Detroit Piston post-game reaction playlist, Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.